What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video, and in this video we're talking about the 4 main camera positions that you need to achieve a good recording, broadcast, live stream, whatever it is you're trying to do. These are kind of the 4 main camera positions that you have to have in any broadcast, and you can pull off a lot of great things with 4 cameras. Anything else on top of this is kind of considered fluff. Now, it adds a lot of creativity and there's a lot that you can add to this, but these are the 4 basic positions that every broadcast must have. Okay, I have an example right in front of me on my computer here, and basically what this is, we're doing a conference later this month that is a lot simpler than we normally would, but they're still wanting a good high quality live stream, and so we're just gonna minimize everything to 4 cameras, and I'm gonna go over those 4 main positions here. So the first thing that you have to have, no matter what you're doing, is your follow cam. That is the main shot. Even if you only have 1 camera for iMag, it's a follow cam. That's the one shot that you have to have. Usually your follow cam is center at the back of the room, and this plot here, it's closer to the stage and it's off to a 45 because the camera position was going to be so far away from the stage. I opted to move it to the side slightly and move it forward so we can get the distance that we wanted to. So I have camera 1 as a follow cam position. The second position would be a head to toe slash cam, that type of shot. So a lot of times in broadcast they'll do the tight and the head to toe shot right next to each other. I personally don't love doing this and I like spacing them out. So in this plot here, I have 2 45-degree shots, which is essentially 2 slash cams, but I'm treating them as my main follow cameras. So I'll have a tight on camera 1 and a head to toe on camera 2. And those are my main 2 follow slash cams, or 45-degree cameras. And then from there, my next shot is the establishing shot. So I need to have some sort of wide back of the room establishing shot. And so for this, I do have a Rhythm Compact, which is an automated dolly. It's in the back of the room and it's on 40 feet of track, and it's gonna move back and forth. So anytime that you can get your wide to move, it adds energy and it can add just a different perspective. So I love my wide moving. So options are like here, a dolly. Automated dolly can go up and down, it's awesome. Or a jib is another great example. Back corner of the room, big sweeping shots. You have your establishing shots, you can get tight, you can move over the crowd, great looking shot. Another option would be a cable cam. If you can hang one, you can go diagonally or across the back of the room and it's over the heads and it's just a big establishing wide shot. The other option that is slightly cheaper that I've done for some events where I needed a budget-friendly option is I'll use something like a Kessler slider with their Second Shooter Pro, or any automated motorized slider system. And that allows the camera to go back and forth over 4 feet. So it's not a big dolly, it's not a big move, but it does give us some variety and a little bit of movement into that wide shot. And lastly, I think to top all this off is your 4th camera being a handheld camera, whether that's on stage or in the pit, especially if there's going to be music, being able to pick up other details of band stuff, vocal stuff, having them being able to move around, ideally wireless, is a great addition to these 3 cameras that are already on the plot. It's kind of the icing on the cake for this type of shoot, but I think it is really necessary to add a little bit of dynamics and be able to pick up the things that the rest of the cameras can't quite get. For example, your follow cam is going to be dedicated to your vocals or whoever's speaking. Same with your other follow cam or slash cam is going to be dedicated to vocals or wider things on the stage and can't necessarily get drums or keys or details of electric, those types of things. And that's where having that handheld in the pit or on stage able to shoot those details and again help tell the story of what's happening in the room. And then for this type of thing, what I'll probably do, because it goes from worship to speaking, is lock it off on sticks kind of behind the speaker upstage and kind of give a reverse into the crowd type of shot, so we have another angle to cut away to for speaking. Now there's some different variations of this. I know some people that would say for their standard broadcast, they would be 2 follow cams dead center in the room, 1 slash cam, and a jib or a wide shot, and that's it. That's their 4 cameras. This is kind of my normal 4-camera plot that you see, and what I recommend to everyone to start with if you're just starting out trying to get your main positions covered. These are those 4 main positions that will help you achieve an excellent broadcast.